experienced faculty, doubt removal counters, monthly unit tests, physical training, special GD SRT batches, spoken English at Swiss School, MKC publication, MKC ऑनलाइन टेस्ट सीरीज, पूर्ण व्यवस्थित जीटीओ ग्राउंड और स्क्रीनिंग, साइकोलॉजी और इंटरव्यू की बेहतरीन तैयारी रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर्स द्वारा। मेजर कलशी हेल्थ केयर सेंटर में आर्मी ऑफिसर्स द्वारा फ्री मेडिकल चेकअप, सौरभ सर का मोटिवेशन और गाइडेंस। रक्षा क्षेत्र में निश्चित सफलता के लिए मेजर कलशी क्लासेस। सभी कोर्सेज के लिए रजिस्ट्रेशन ओपन। किसी जानकारी के लिए विजिट करें www.majorkalshiclasses.com या कॉल करें 9696330033।
जय हिंद boys, definitely only now you have taken the first paper of CDS English. It is 12 o'clock of 2nd February, and as usual Major Kalshi has come up with the detailed answer sheet of the English paper that you have just taken up. In this regard, it is needless to mention that we, the Major Kalshi Classes Private Limited, situated at Prayagraj, is the first and foremost in bringing all the requisite information that you require for defense job. So, boys, I have got the A set of your paper, and set A, the beginning of the 10 questions of this pertains to comprehension part. The first question is, which one of the following statement is true according to the author? If we go through the context, this passage properly, we find that option A is the only suitable answer to this question. Agriculture has always been a part of all civilization. It is clearly indicated in the second line that no civilization become one without passing through the stage of agriculture. If you see the question number 2, a significant number of people were sent to carry out other work from agriculture because the only plausible answer of this is given in option C. There were sufficient agriculture products and there was no need to employ more people in agriculture sector because that would have been a burden on the existing workers. And it is given in the passage also. A significant number of people could be freed up to pursue other activities such as building walls or monuments for new cities. If we go to question number 3, we find that out of 4 options, we find that only those countries who could get the high fertility of their productivity could spare people in other trades, and this is clearly indicated at option A. Society which achieved high productivity in agriculture had the opportunity to find time for other work. If we go to question number 4, people as group were convinced to do new work through, and if we go through all the 4 options, we find option B is the only suitable answer of these ideologies, hierarchies and power structure. It is also given clearly in the 4th line from the bottom. This often involved creating new ideologies, new hierarchies and power structure. If we go to question number 5, we find which word in the passage means change over. And if we go through all the 4 meaning, we find that answer A, transitioned, is the only change word that is the befitting, that has the befitting meaning of the word given in the underlined part of the question. Change over. If we go to question number 6, according to the author, which one of the following statement is not true? And if we go through all the four options given here, we find that the first three are given in the passage, but the fourth one is nowhere mentioned, and it is the only sentence that does not stand correct. Readers assume that everything they read will have new information. It is nowhere mentioned in the passage. If we go to question number 7, our expectation and predispositions may, however, blind us because the only plausible answer of this is given at option A. We may not get the actual ideas of the author. If we go to question number 8, one of the ways to improve our reading habits is to. It is clearly given that we become prototype if we go through the same newspaper, the same books of the same writers. And the remedy to get rid of this problem is that we have to change our reading habit, and it is clearly given in option C, break the routine of reading the same newspaper. It is clearly given in the passage also. In order to reflect on our reading habits and improve our skill, we need to break out of this routine. Question number 9. Which quality does the author here advocate to be a good reader? If we go through all the four options, we find that option A, being objective to the ideas of the author, is the only way to become a good reader. It's not beneficial if one goes on criticizing and lambasting the writer. We have to see where he is correct. And the question number 10. Which word in the passage means viewpoints? If we go through the meaning of all the four options given in this one, we find that the word printed at option D, perspective, has got the same meaning that this word viewpoints hold. So boys, question number 11 to question number 20 belong to your spotting error. If we go through the first sentence, we find that the error is given in C part. Instead of starting melting, it should be started melting. So we have to use started in place of starting at option C, and it is the wrong segment. Number 2, if we go through the whole sentence, we find that multiple takes a plural noun after it, and instead of multiple prized method, it should be multiple prized methods. So instead of singular, it should be plural. As we know, we cannot use a double tense bearing would have. The first action has to be in past perfect, and in this way, if the scheme had been implemented effectively, this part has to be in past perfect. Would have been has to be substituted by had been implemented. Question number 14. Government stock offers safety, liquidity and attractive return. Instead of actively returned, it should be attractive returns. Returns means profit. It has to be in noun form, not in verb form. So option B bears the mistake, and instead of attractive returned, it should be attractive returns. Question number 15. The error is given in the first part. Instead of scrolling through thorough my social media. It should be scrolling thoroughly my social media line. Instead of adjective, we require an adverb here, and that is thoroughly instead of thorough. Question number 16. If we go through the segments, we find that the error is given in B part, where the word were is wrongly used and it makes the sentence confusing. Instead of were, if we put where, then this sentence can be a bit meaningful. Question number 17. The error is given in A part, evolutionary biology. This is a singular term and the verb used with it, live, is plural. It has to be singular in form, and instead of live we have to use leaves. Question number 18. When everything starts working for you, you will find things are achieved and delivered. If we have to use this in passive form, we have to use the third form, and instead of achieve we have to make it things are achieved. If we go to question number 19, we find that there is the error of article in part C. If I were you, I would not go for the change of job. We have to apply the before that particular change of job. In the question number 20, if we go through all the 4 segments, we find that option B has got an error of adjective. Instead of extremely low, it should be extremely low. The positive degree of adjective is required here. There is no such word low in the English dictionary. So it has to be low, and we have to remove ed from it. Question number 21. It pertains to PQRS. And as we know, the trick of solving this, we have to detect the subject part. In the first sentence, for long and the backbone of India will continue be the same, agriculture has been. If we go through all the 4 segments of this sentence, we find that option S bears the subject part, agriculture has been. Thereafter, option Q will come, the backbone of India. Then will come option P, for long, and thereafter the last segment will be R, will continue be the same. So the right option will be option B, SQPR. Question number 22. If we go through all the 4 segments, we find that the subject part is hidden in option R, public policy making. Thereafter, we have to see the noun part that is given in Q, agenda in any country. Definitely, it will take verb part, and that is given in option S, is generally driven by the cry of general public. So, out of all the 4 options, we find that option A, RQSP, is the only suitable one. Question number 23. If we detect the subject part, we find it in R, the essential power. Thereafter will come of the government is, then will come the S part, the power to manage conflicts, and option P will come at the fag end of this segment, and it will be before it starts. So the right option will be option C, RQSP. Question number 24. If we locate the subject part, we find it concealed in option B, the party that received. Thereafter will come P, a majority of the vote. Then will come the verb part, and that's given in option S, must take control of the government, and the right option will be QPSR. Question number 25. If we search the subject part, we find it is given in option S, a referendum is a vote. Then will come option Q, in which the electorate. Then will come option P, can express a view on. And the last segment will be R, a particular issue of public policy. So the right option out of these four, we get the first one, option A, SQRP is the only plausible option. Question number 26. If we hit the subject part, we find it hidden in option R. It is in interrogative form, has a class conflict. Then will come where, it is given in option P, in modern society. Then will come as part, been resolved, and the Q will come in the end, or merely suppressed. The right option will be, has class conflict in modern society been resolved or merely suppressed. Thereafter, question number 27. If we locate the right subject, we find it is given in option S, hybrid varieties of. Thereafter, a noun should come, several of our food, it's given at option P. So S and P will be the automatic first two options, and it's given in option D, that reads SPRQ. The right sequence will be, hybrid varieties of several of our food and vegetable crops are being extensively cultivated. Thereafter, question number 28. If we try to find the subjective part, we find it given at option R. There should have been reason for the there should have been reason for the accusation against the officer who was in charge at that time. So right option will be R, Q, P, S, and that is given in option B, and that is the only suitable answer of this segment. 29. Poetry, if we see the subject part, we find that it is given in option P. Poetry is, then will come option S, the spontaneous overflow of. Then will come option R, powerful feelings and ideas. So the right option will be PSRQ as indicated at option D. Question number 30. If we go through all the segments, we find the subject part hidden at Q, a group of people. Thereafter will come who shares a long common culture. Then will come the P, historical identity and common descent, and the last will be option R, is called an ethnic group. The proper sequence will be, a group of people who share a common culture, historical identity and a common descent is called an ethnic group. So these are the answers of your questions from 21 to 30. And boys, we have the greatest pleasure to inform you that the answers of all the 120 questions have already been uploaded, and you can open the link of Major Kalshi Classes and have the answers of each and every question authentically given there. I am sure that it's going to be of great use to you. Wish you all the best, get success, and serve Mother India.
Experienced faculty, doubt removal counters, monthly unit tests, physical training, special GD SRT batches, spoken English at Swiss School, MKC publication, MKC ऑनलाइन टेस्ट सीरीज, पूर्ण व्यवस्थित जीटीओ ग्राउंड और स्क्रीनिंग, साइकोलॉजी और इंटरव्यू की बेहतरीन तैयारी रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर्स द्वारा। मेजर कल्शी हेल्थ केयर सेंटर में आर्मी ऑफिसर्स द्वारा फ्री मेडिकल चेकअप, सौरभ सर का मोटिवेशन और गाइडेंस। रक्षा क्षेत्र में निश्चित सफलता के लिए मेजर कल्शी क्लासेस। सभी कोर्सेज के लिए रजिस्ट्रेशन ओपन। किसी जानकारी के लिए विजिट करें www.majorkalshiclasses.com या कॉल करें 9696330033।